Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to share with you how I prepared these beef noodles. If you did see the previous short that I did post up on YouTube, you will already have seen the end result. Sorry for keeping you guys waiting who did ask for the recipe. But yeah, this does kick off my noodle series. If you do follow me on Instagram and TikTok, you will have noticed I do post a lot of noodle videos, but I realised it was about time I started posting longer ones up on YouTube. But yeah, to start off this recipe, I basically used 300 grams of beef, which was cut into small pieces. And then just so the beef has a lot of flavour, I added in some pink salt. I also used some black pepper and soy sauce. Also some olive oil, then some paprika. And then I finished it off with a heaped spoon of garlic. After this, mix everything well together and set aside. Once that's all done, it's then time to start preparing your veggies. So the only things I ended up chopping was onions and spring onions. In case you're wondering where the onions are gonna go, I'm simply gonna cook them with the beef. At this point, all your main prep is done, and now it's time to start cooking the beef. So now for cooking the beef, in a hot pan, add in some olive oil. Allow the pan to get hot for around 30 seconds and then add in your beef. It's important to add the beef into a hot pan so you get a really nice char on the outside. So not even after the beef has been in the pan for 30 seconds, I simply just flipped it over so the other side can get a nice char. So after around 2 to 3 minutes on a medium to high heat, the beef has been cooking. And at this point, I'm going to add in the onions which I chopped earlier. At this point, the heat is on a medium to high, and also make sure to give it a good mix so everything's well combined. I ended up cooking the beef with the onions for around 3 to 5 minutes. So after cooking the onions and beef together, I then added in some boiling hot water. This is simply to allow the beef to cook and also the onion to become translucent and soft. I allow this to cook on a medium to high heat, only for a minute or two before adding in the spring onions. So after that, I then added in the spring onions and continued to cook on a medium to low heat. Also, if you do feel like the water is way too much, the beef will continue cooking, and once adding your noodles in, it will soak up all the juice. So now once everything is cooking together, on a low heat I added a lid and allowed to cook while I cook the noodles. If you do see that the water has drained up, simply add in some more. Now for the noodles, I'm cooking them how I always make them, simply by adding some hot water to a pan and bringing it to a boil. I ended up using 2 noodle packs since it was the right amount to use with how much beef I had. So when I make my noodles, what I like to do is drain out any excess water as soon as they become soft, since I don't like overcooking them. So then once the noodles became a little bit soft, I then drain the water. You can drain as much as you want depending how you like your noodles. But yeah, once drained, I added in the seasoning packets. So I'm just thinking about the actual dish, and it is pretty spicy. So if you don't want it to be overly spicy, I recommend when using these noodles that you only use one of the seasoning packets. I ended up adding in some more boiling hot water, so my noodles are not that dry. So at this point the noodles are done, and also don't forget to keep on checking on your beef. As you can tell, the onions have become very translucent and it's almost made its own little gravy, and I also just wanted to make sure if the beef was how I liked it. Also, from the time the beef has been cooking to adding in the noodles, it has been a good 10 to 20 minutes. But yeah, the final step is to add in the noodles that you just cooked. At this point, I also changed the heat to medium to high. If you feel like you've added way too much water to your noodles and it ends up looking a little bit like mine, don't worry, because since your heat is on a medium to high, the water will eventually go. I literally cooked the noodles and beef together for a good 5 minutes. You can really just cook the noodles for as long as you like, kind of thing. If you want them to be soupy, you can have them like this. I had them a bit in between. So I did say this was the last part, but then I realised that I actually added on an egg as well. I quickly added on some spring onions and then also some chili flakes. So the egg is really quick to make. You can make them however you like. I decided to just fry some. I literally just added some chili oil on a hot pan and then just added the cracked egg on top. So when cooking the egg, I literally, at this point now, I add on a lid and I cook it on a medium to low heat. And for me, the egg is literally done. To be honest, I'm actually not a really big fan of eggs. The only time I could actually eat them was when I had COVID. Since I couldn't taste them, I was literally eating them every single day. But now I've slowly tried to implement them in my meals. I simply added the egg right onto the noodles. You are probably thinking, how much chili is this girl gonna add? But these were really spicy and this is exactly how I wanted them. But yeah, this is literally how I make my spicy beef noodles. Even though I only use 2 packets of noodles, it does feed 2 to 3 portions. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I can't wait to share more noodle recipes. Also, let me know what your favourite noodle brands are so I can try out different packs of noodles. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.